Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm here at Dimmitt Chevrolet in Clearwater, Florida because guess what? We have the all-new redesigned Chevrolet Silverado 2500 HD. Let's talk a little bit about the Silverado. The Silverado has been that pickup truck to go up against the Ram trucks, to go up against the Ford F-150. With the 2500 HD, that is going to be their real workhorse. That's where you find a turbocharged diesel engine putting out tons of torque to where you could pull a house right off of its foundation. Now, new for 2020, you're going to see a totally different redesign going on that really brings the 2500 HD in alignment with also the 1500. So let's go ahead and dive into this newly redesigned 2020 Chevrolet 2500 HD. So right off the bat, you can see the direction that they are going in, and it's very, very similar to the 1500 without being too transformer-like. We have large headlight housing, both split. I like that design where you have the headlights and then your turn signals, lots of chrome. Obviously, when it comes to a truck this size, and when we say this size, this truck is wider, it's longer than it's taller than the outgoing 2500 HD. But I like this split level design, lots of chrome, massive chrome bumper on the front. You have your black tow hooks, additional lighting, but very, very clean. Now, one thing that I think a lot of people are debating and is very controversial is what's going on with the grille. You have the Chevrolet name almost like stamped right into that bright chrome grille. I feel like I need a pair of Chevrolet sunglasses right about now. Little tiny Chevrolet bow tie. I'm not 100% sold on this design. I'm kind of scratching my head because I'm so used to seeing that Chevrolet bow tie loud and proud. As we go up onto the hood, love this functional hood scoop. Chrome to match in with the grille. And you can see I'm 6 feet tall, and where the hood is on this is almost shoulder height to me. Now, very bold body lines, especially the center section that's recessed. As we come around the bend, this is where, depending on how you option it, you could go super fancy or you could go more that work truck look. Now, they went flat black around the fender treatment. Everything's rounded off. What we're looking at here is just a metallic silver 18-inch wheel, 275 on the width and 70 series on the sidewall. Lots of space though between the top of the tire and inside the fender. When we pop up, I want to show you something. This one is going to have that Allison 10-speed transmission. That's what that means. Duramax is that turbo diesel engine that is underneath the hood. Now, when we work our way down, I do like the way that they took some of the shiny chrome off the front. They put it on these very large mirrors with the lighting built in. The rest of it is flat black. I'm not 100% sure how you feel about that. I'm gonna zonk it. I wish there was more silver on the actual mirror. 2500 HD, very, very clean. This is that ultimate work truck. You're not gonna have automatic dropping running boards or anything like that, but lots of ground clearance, a little bit of chrome on the door handles. And as we keep working our way back, one touch that I like that is new is this nice foot hole to place whether you have a boot, a work boot, or just a sneaker like I'm wearing, to where you could get access in and out the back of this Silverado. Now, keep working our way back. Of course, 4x4 2500 HD, it's all about towing, and we'll get to those numbers in a split second. You can see how, just like on the 1500, the 2500 has the larger spaces for your feet, especially for those that are wearing work boots. Very simple on the tailgate. It's got the Chevrolet logo stamped into it. This one's the LTZ trim level. Everything is ready to rock and roll for your towing, whatever needs that you have. I do like the way all the electrical hookup points are high out of the way. And then when we talk about opening up this rear, this nice soft release, and then lots of cubic feet in the back of this bed. Everything is lined. You have that sliding rear glass window, which is a nice touch. And then here's something that I definitely like to see on a work truck is gonna be that home power source where you could plug your drill, your saw, whatever you're working on. But why don't we go ahead, let me put this back, and just so you know, nice aluminum. All the swinging metal is aluminum. We'll go ahead, you can see how it comes back down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and push it back up. Let's go ahead, pop that massive hood, and take a look at what's making all of that torque. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on the 2020 Chevy Silverado 2500. What are you looking at underneath there? That is that 6.6 liter turbo diesel V8, 445 horsepower, 910 pound-feet of torque. You could change the rotation of Earth, I promise you that. What's incredible is that even though this truck weighs 8,353 pounds, 0 to 60 with this setup is 6.5 seconds, quarter mile in 15 flat. And I'm sure you're probably guessing, well, Joe, what can I tow with this? You could tow up to 18,500 pounds. What I like is when you open up the hood, you could see that this is something different. This isn't a regular gas engine. This is that turbo diesel, that Duramax. Why don't we go ahead though, fire it up and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're sitting inside the 2020 Chevy 2500 HD. I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, this thing looks like a work beast. It seems to be a nice balance between nice truck and truck that I could get dirty. How much is it? MSRP for this one being an LTZ trim is $67,000. Let's see what you get to the door panels. Now, typical GM door panel, what I do like is I like the lighter gray on the armrest. The stitching is nice. There's also soft material at the top of the door panel and that wood design with a little bit of shiny chrome bit. That pocket though is the size of the bed of the pickup truck. So if you have drinks, if you have snacks, get ready to load up that door panel because there's plenty of room there. Now, as you go from the door panel to the dash, it may look black on camera, but this is brown. So kind of a little different. I don't know if I'm liking the brown with the gray, but you do get your 2 glove boxes. 1 glove box isn't enough. You got to have 2 for all those work gloves. I like the silver trim around the infotainment system. That 8-inch infotainment system, this is where we're going to zonk it. Very, very dated, this whole area, but I do like the colors. The fonts, obviously Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You have all your different trailering features, which is really nice. That Wi-Fi hotspot is also a nice touch. You go back to home, there's your radio controls. As we drop down, you have your AC controls, which is what's nice is when you use them here, it actually shows up on the screen as well. Dual climate, heated seats, and ventilated seats. So thank you, Chevrolet, for giving us ventilated seats. I would expect that at $67,000. You have your toggle switches across the middle here, USB, USB-C, peekaboo ICU 12 volt, and another home power source. So you got one out in the bed, and you have one right up here in the front of the cabin. Nice large area. I'm zonking it because I would like a cover. Give me a Chevy 2500 HD cover, 2 large cup holders, a place to put your phone. There's that brown, I'm zonking it. I'd rather just have black, to be honest with you, but I do like on the sides the wood trim, and you have another pocket here. You could put some Twizzlers or something like that, real easily accessible. Light gray, soft on the armrest. You see how the gray and the brown is just not jiving? I think there was a thing I learned back in art class in elementary school. You don't put brown and gray together. It's not a really hot color combo. But we'll open it up. I can hear the ocean inside this thing. That's how large it is. Another USB, another USB-C, an aux jack, and tons of space for all sorts of things. You could put almost like a model of a truck in there. That's how large it is. And then the seats. I do like the color. I like the perforated center. And you know what? I feel like from a comfort standpoint, it's almost too stiff of a seat, but they were able to make it happen and swing it to where just hard enough to where it supports you, but still enough cush so that you're not hurting yourself driving down the road. There's no sunroof what to speak of, and for $67,000, that's a zonk for me. But you do have the auto dimming mirror. Come on over to the business end. I'll show you behind the wheel of this Chevy 2500. All right, guys, business end. Now, what's nice is you do have memory settings for the driver's seat, which is a very nice touch. Seating position with the power assist, you could really get it to fit your body very, very nicely. I like the lower lumbar support. Another thing I like on the Chevys is I like where they put all of their 4x4 controls. So it's all push button, very easy to get to, right to the left of the steering wheel. Speaking of the steering wheel, thickness is pretty good, soft leather. I do like the thumb drive wheels, but other than that, it's not really a sexy steering wheel by any means. It does have some silver trim from the center stack there. Gauges, easy to see, easy to read. You got all your instrumentation. I do like the chrome trim around it. It kind of brightens it up a little bit. And then that center digital display, you could toggle through all sorts of information very easily, easy to read, easy to see. Why don't we go ahead though, talked about the front end of this 2020, let's check out the back seat and see how your workers are gonna be loving life. All right guys, backseat time. Your worker bees are gonna love being back here. Has more space than any college dorm room I could remember back in school, what I can remember, but lots of space. What I do like is this little command center. You got your AC vents, heated seats, but not ventilated for the backseat passengers. You do have micro USB, and a 12 volt, which is nicely placed. The cup holders, seating position is great. Watch this. We got a nice armrest with the horizontal cup holders. And then are you ready for this one? Storage. So just like on the GMC sister truck, the Sierra, the Silverado also has the storage in the backs of the seats. Very, very smart design. But why don't we go ahead? I'm ready. If you're ready, let's take this 2500 HD for a spin. All right, guys, we're in the 2020 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD on the loud pedal. That 10-speed drops down very quickly, and I'm telling you, like I said earlier, for a truck that has over 8,000 pounds, this thing has some very, very quick acceleration, 0 to 66.5 seconds or so. Let's see how she handles into this right-hand bend. A little bit of body roll as to be expected. This isn't a race truck by any means, but still very controllable. I love looking out over that massive hood, and you can see those areas where that badging I was showing you, where it said Allison Transmissions and Duramax. Very, very nice setup looking out over the hood. Inside though, it's very, very comfortable. You got that power sliding rear glass window, which is really nice. The gauge instrumentation is very easy to read. It's just, I wish they would do something. And when I say them, I'm talking about GM would do something about the infotainment system. So that is gonna be the biggest zonk. The infotainment system, and then that open tray area that does not have a lid whatsoever. That's just a big piece of real estate to just have open like that. It's not very attractive whatsoever, but very, very smooth. I'll tell you this much, for a turbo diesel, very quiet. I mean, you do get a little bit of that diesel clatter, but not as much as you think. And I don't know, I kind of like that sound. You know, it's very, very unique and lets you know that, hey, you could yank a tree right out of the ground. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should pick one of these trees and see what over 900 pound-feet of torque can do to it. On the next episode, we'll save that one for next time. But brake pedal feels good. Very, very smooth driving truck. I wish there was a little bit more weight to the steering. There's a little too much play to it. So that's one area that I would like to see, just a little bit more weight to the steering wheel for such a large truck. But as you can see, the brakes work really, really great. And the side mirrors, they're massive. They look like billboards with mirrors attached to them, which is gonna give you great visibility. I like that. Well, let's go ahead and do another acceleration test. Hopefully we're able to make it happen here as we have traffic going and blocking the other direction. So here we go, on throttle, drops down, very smooth shifting, I'll tell you that much, but it's quiet. You're really not getting a lot of turbo diesel sound. Now, you may like that, or you may hate that. I don't know, but it's interesting how you're not getting any of that sound. But definitely the 10-speed is smooth. Is it as good as the one in the F-150? I don't know why they didn't just use that one. Why they have to go with an Allison one? That's beyond me. But as you can see, we're driving down the road here. It's very, very smooth, capable truck. Lots of space. I mean, I'm not hurting for space, that's for sure. Guys, once again, on throttle, drops down. We're going up this hill. You're definitely gonna make it, no problem in this truck. And very, very good seating position. You get it perfect for your body, and and you're getting a great view out over that large hood, and you really feel in command of the road, that is for sure. But brakes feel great. I am impressed with the brakes. Steering, I would like a little bit more feedback, a little bit more weight, but definitely acceleration, they got that down pat. 8,000 pound truck. I mean, jeez. Overall though, I'm not digging the brown. I'm just not. Every time the sun shines on it, it goes from being black to brown, and I'm not digging that. But that's just a personal preference. Maybe you love brown interior. Hey, more power to you. But we're gonna go ahead, get back to Dimmitt Chevrolet and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful day here at Dimmitt Chevrolet. Got to definitely thank Eli and the rest of the crew getting this 2020 Chevrolet 2500 HD. I think the outside, they definitely put a lot of emphasis and redesigned it. Where I was hoping for was a little bit more on the inside, but definitely a tough decision to make if you're looking for a nice work truck that has the tech, has the power to do what you need it to do. But if it's trucks like these you want to see on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Takes you right to Spreadshirt. Get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Got to give it up to Big Guns McGee. His arms are bigger than the engine in this Duramax. So thank you for all your hard work, Tom. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.